trying to go back to his left.
John Matthew Burdick now in to attempt a field goal from 28 yards out. He gets it up, and it's good. Wake Forest capitalizing on its opening drive of the ball game, and Burdick knocks it through. Jim Caldwell's team with a very
were able to take a chance defensively, and they apparently have a running debate on every play whether to be aggressive, conservative, or moderate on what they want to do.
Yeah, they seem to work it out. John Matthew Burdick in to attempt his second field goal of the afternoon, and it's good. He knocks it in from 46 yards out. Now a perfect 2 for 2 on the day. Burdick recovering from some foot problems we'll tell you about later with a career-high 46-yarder. We'll be right back.
This is going to be a 30-yard attempt. He missed a 51-yarder in the first half. This kick is good. And with 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the ball game, the Deacons have taken a 5-point lead. It's now Wake 24 and East Carolina 19. Timeout in Greenville. We'll be right back.
But I think you've got to put points on the board right away.
Matthew Burdick with an 18-yard field goal attempt. And Wake Forest makes the drive pay off. Chip shot field goal for Burdick, who's now 6 out of 8 on the year. 3-0 Wake. And they went.
Like there's Matthew Burdick on his shoulders. He's the field goal kicker, and you were telling me about his kicking.
He has a long kick of 46 this year. He's perfect inside 40. And it may come down to him. 3 minutes exactly to go in the ball game. 2nd and 8.
Going to be a conservative to set up Burdick. Matthew Burdick. Now, there's a lonely guy right there.
Were you comfortable as a coach in letting it come down to a kicker trying a 37-yard field goal?
Yeah, without a doubt. You practice it all the time. Now, if you're not good enough to make a 37-yard field goal, you're not good enough to win the game. So I think right here you'll see the call, and North Carolina State's using their timeouts wisely. Call to move the ball to the right side a little bit, run it there. But again, remember now, there's been 5 turnovers by Wake Forest, so nothing's automatic here. But you got to hold on to the football.
Let's check in with Jerry Punch. Doc?
Guys, this past summer, sophomore place kicker Matthew Burdick from Wake Forest attended summer school at North Carolina State University. He went down to NC State for summer school because he has a girlfriend who lives in Raleigh. Now, during the summer, he had to work out, so he went over and asked strength coach William Hicks at NC State if he could use the football locker room and weight room to work out to stay in shape. Hicks said, sure, come on in and work out. But Burdick did not tell any of the Wolfpack players who he was. They thought he was just a walk-on soccer player or something, and he ran with them every day and worked out solidly all summer long. I will bet you after tonight, they'll remember who he was.
He wouldn't be able to get away with it again, would he?
As soon as he comes out on the field, Doc, they're going to point to him and say, that son of a gun was in our weight room.
It has been a season up to the line of scrimmage. It will be a 37-yard field goal attempt. And Mike, he didn't exactly put it in the center of the field either.
He just kept moving to the right. I think the coaches wanted him to go down in the middle of the field, but he got a little bit to the right on the right hash.
So this will set it up for Burdick. He's 6 out of 8 this year. Perfect inside 40 yards.
And how many pro games have we seen lately where they've muffed field goal attempts?
A lot.
A lot, so nothing's automatic for Matthew Burdick. We talked about in the open mic what a big game. Both coaches circling this game as a win. It's going to come down to the last play on this thing. The winner gets a pretty good position for a bowl game. The loser will have to make this game up against a better football team.
Joe Zelenka is the long snapper. Desmond Clark, the wide receiver, the holder. And it will be up to Burdick with 48 seconds to go. And keep in mind that the Wolfpack out of timeouts.
Mike, they're on this hash mark right here. I think the coaches wanted them right there in the middle, but they took the ball over the right hash.
37-yard attempt by Matthew Burdick to give Wake Forest the lead. And he got it. for the Demon Deacons. And now it will be up to North Carolina State to run the 2-minute drill. In this case, the 43-second drill. They have no timeouts left.
But remember this too, Mike. Albus Whitted. They've had big kickoff returns. Here's the replay of the field goal kick by Matthew Burdick. Hit it square.
Coach Caldwell does not want the celebration. Defeat for North Carolina State. Once again, our final score. Wake Forest 19, NC State 18. For Mike Gottfried and Dr. Jerry Punch, this is Mike Patrick. Good night from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Pictures later.
Matthew Burdick will attempt the field goal. He is successful once already today and just squeezes that one inside the left upright. It increases the Wake Forest lead, but Virginia stays within a touchdown. 3:04 to play here in the third quarter. Back after this word from your local ACC State.
Great. I think the Cavaliers were indicative of that. I mean, they had some good plays. They didn't give up 7, and all you can look for is a moral victory in that case. But I'll take that time of possession because that's the mark of a good football team.
Wake came into the ball game just about dead even in terms of time of possession, just under 30 minutes of ball game. They are well over 24 minutes already in this game with better than 18 minutes to play.
So you look at the development of a football team. This program that Jim Caldwell and his staff have put together is quite impressive.
Burdick's kick this time will come to Womack at the 6. Antoine Womack breaks the tackle. Womack out over the 40. The place kicker, Burdick, had to make the tackle.
Now, that was more than Burdick wanted to see, but I'll give Burdick some credit because he went in, stuck his head in it. You know it's just a matter of time when you can get this kind of talent as your specialist. Now watch this. He's going to get into this. He go, I got a kicker. I got a kicker. Oh, man. That's a hit. Not a great release, but that one arm inside kind of tossed Mayfly in like a rag doll.
Matthew Burdick, 9 of 11 this year. And add another one to the ledger. Wake Forest scores, but again, they have to settle for 3 instead of the touchdown. Back with more first quarter action in Chapel Hill when we return.
Shooting and then making plays.
Field goal try by Matthew Burdick. It'll be a 45-yard attempt. And he's got it. His 11th field goal in 13 tries this year. And the Wake Forest lead doubles to 6-0 with 12:42 to play here in the second quarter. So Wake Forest really heats up.
It's about bowl slots now. MVP for Wake.
Of course, the young man that you're looking at, Matthew Burdick, spent the summer working out with the NC State football players.
Great
while
story.
He took a class over there, and he then went on to beat NC State with a late field goal and has a couple of field goals here against Carolina. Out of Mount Tabor High School, one of the great high school football programs here in the state of North Carolina.
Looks like he's trying to get himself.
Try for Matt Burdick. Had an earlier attempt blocked by Gannon Shepard. Gets this one away and gets it inside the left upright. Hang on, there's a flag on the play. Will the 43-yard field goal stand up? It looks like it was an offsides call against Duke. It wouldn't give Wake a first down, so I think they'll decline it. And that's what Tabiti Davis told Ronald Cherry. A 43-yard field goal by Matt Burdick puts Wake back on top. Back after the Nationwide Insurance ACC Scholar Athlete of the Week is place kicker Matt Burdick from Wake Forest. The sophomore from Winston-Salem has a 3.26 GPA in education. Congratulations to Matthew Burdick, our Nationwide Scholar Athlete of the Week. Offensive, the Butkus Award.
Wake Forest lining up for the field goal from Matthew Burdick. He's 12 for 17, his longest this season, 46. This will be a kick of 38. It's a wobbler, but it is good. And Wake Forest steps out in front on a 38-yard field goal by Matthew Burdick, the sophomore from Winston-Salem, his 13th field goal of the season. And the Deacons are in the lead with 10:28 left to go in a seesaw first half. Matthew Burdick weighs in for the Deacons. We'll return after these messages from your local ACC station.
Try it again. Big break for Wake Forest. Huge. We have 32-yarder. The laces were towards the kicker. Nevertheless, Burdick bangs it through for another 3-spot on the board for Wake Forest. 10:54 to go amidst the boos here at Rutgers. It's the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest 17, Rutgers Scarlet Knights nothing. Leading. Iron Battery, where everything you want, nothing you expect. Matthew Burdick, 3.3 GPA for the education major at Wake Forest, and Brian Yeager, Rutgers sophomore, 2.8 throw mark.
What we try to do is get the ball really high with a lot of hang time and get our men down to cover. And we do practice pooch punts and shorter punts, and but it's kind of expected for everybody to do their job and be able to come in and do what they need to do.
We're one of the only positions that doesn't really have too many opportunities during the game. Quarterbacks get several times to throw the ball. We might be on the sidelines the whole time and have to go out there and make that punt, and have to go out there and make that kick. So obviously you got to be on top of your game mentally.
We're very important because if you have a punt block, that's a turning point in the game. I think it's a very crucial part of the game, and it shouldn't be overlooked.
The more we can pull them back, the better our defense has a chance of stopping them, and the further they have to go to get points.
You should take the same outlook on every punt, and there shouldn't be anything different. It should be the same snap, and it should be the same drop. It should be the same kick, the leg, same motion every time, and it's just ingrained in your mind. It's just rote memory. You just do it and do it and do it.
We have our own sort of group. We come together as a team game days and during the season. But generally, we're on our own, and I'd like to think we're our own type of special breed, at least.
The most exciting thing for me is getting a perfect snap and kicking the ball nice and high and seeing my flyers go down and just kill the guy. And it's just a great feeling.
You give us a little piece of history. Sam Crenshaw, Friday Football Fever flashback. Who we got this week?
We're flashing back, Mike, to 1994 and 95. Place kicker. Let's get the guys on the special teams. All right, how about it? From Mount Tabor High School, we saw the Spartans just moments ago. And whose toe is that? Number 29. That is Matt Burdick. He's outstanding kicker at Mount Tabor. Here, nailing one in his senior season against North Forsyth. He nailed field goals of 55 and 54 yards in the same game, and this is one of them.
Wow.
Nailed them. No wonder this guy earns a scholarship to go and play. And here he is, Wake Forest. Of course, he's a mainstay now and doing great things for the Demon Deacons. Of course, people won't forget, just a couple of weeks ago, this big game winner against NC State on national TV, Matt Burdick, one of our Friday Football Fever heroes from the past.
And he's doing well in the ACC, and he'll be playing tomorrow in our game of the week at high noon, Wake Forest in Carolina and Chapel Hill.